Hey guys, this is Drew Gallagher, and today I'm going to tell you if Joe Exotic's campaign ad is effective, so stay tuned. If you haven't heard of the hit show The Tiger King, Joe Exotic is this really exotic character on the show, and he talks about how he is gay, and how he tends to tigers, and how he lives this very risque lifestyle, and he's just a very overall interesting and out there character. And doing a little research, I figured out that Joe Exotic actually has a presidential campaign ad that he put out a couple years ago in 2016. He tried to run for office. He first tried to run for president, and then he tried to run for the governor of Oklahoma. According to Ballotpedia, Exotic garnered 18% of the vote in the 2018 Libertarian primary for the governor of Oklahoma, and he received a total of 664 votes. Today I want to evaluate if Joe Exotic's ad is any good, if it's effective, and if I would vote for him. So let's watch it together.
I'm Joe Exotic, and today this is not going out to any kind of a presidential candidate or any politician. The purpose of this video today is to let you know who I am. First thing is, I am not cutting my hair. I'm not changing the way I dress. I refuse to wear a suit. I am gay. I've had 2 boyfriends most of my life. I currently got legally married. Thank God. It's finally legal in America. I've had some kinky sex. I have tried drugs through the younger years of my life. I am broke as shit. I have a judgment against me from some bitch down there in Florida. But I can tell you, I paid a fine with the USDA, and that is nothing but a civil fine, ladies and gentlemen. It does not mean that I was accused or convicted of any kind of animal cruelty thing. I built one of the biggest facilities and the nicest facility for exotic animals in this country as far as a private individual goes. I'm Joe Exotic, and don't forget, I am now stepping my foot in the ring to run for president. And this is all paid for by the committee of Joe Exotic Speaks for America. So
as you can see, Joe is definitely a character. He's very authentic. So when I look at an ad and I try to evaluate, how good is it? And when I'm trying to write my own ad and to evaluate, is it performing? Is it, getting the right messaging out to the audience that I want? I look at a couple different factors. So, like, first of all, I look at, is the ad engaging? And, after watching that, it is pretty engaging. He has a very unique story. His personality is very unique. He has a very distinct take on a lot of things. He's had a lot of interesting relationships, and he works in a very interesting field. So on the surface, it's a pretty engaging ad. But can I take it seriously? Joe's walking around a lot, and he has sunglasses on, so I can't see his eyes, so I don't know if I can trust him. He's kind of far away. It's very informal, and I just don't get a sense that this guy can lead our country. The other thing is, in the first 5 seconds of the video, he's very unsure of himself. Let's watch it again.
I'm Joe Exotic, and today this is not going out to any kind of a presidential candidate or any politician. The purpose of this video today is to let you know who I am.
In the first 5 to 10 seconds of the video, Joe isn't very clear as to what he's trying to do until the very end, so I would have already skipped the video by now. In an engaging ad, what you do is you hook the listener within the first, 3 to 5 seconds. You call out your audience and you say what you're doing and why you're doing it. And let's see if Joe does that.
I'm Joe Exotic, and today this is not going out to any kind of a presidential candidate or any politician. The purpose of this video today is to let you know who I am.
I've already skipped it, right? And most people only have an attention span of like 8 seconds. So you don't even know what the video is about until 10 seconds. Now, you might stick around because there's tigers or, the background's kind of interesting. It's not something common that everybody's around. But it's not clear as an ad, what he wants to convey. So he talks about himself a lot, and he's very authentic, which I think is good. That's a good component of the ad. But when you get to the end of the ad, he doesn't really have a good call to action. The key part of any ad is that you want somebody to take an action. You want them to subscribe to your channel. You want them to opt into your form. You want them to secure their vote, even if it's a fake vote online, because that is a measure of commitment, and you can kind of gauge what your campaign is. And we can watch and see that Joe doesn't really try to do that.
To run for president. And this is all paid for by the committee of Joe Exotic Speaks for America.
Joe isn't really telling you exactly what he wants you to do. If I was a presidential candidate, what I would say is, hey, go to my opt-in form on my website, and I want you to subscribe to my newsletter, and you can, get the latest information on my campaign and where you can meet me at a rally. Now you're getting their contact information. Now you're getting them to take an action. That shows that they're committed, they're interested, and that you got their attention. With any effective ad, it's not just brand awareness. You want people to take an action. So my final review of Joe Exotic's ad is that it's not very good. It's authentic. He's definitely an interesting character. He is in an engaging environment, and he is pretty good at conversation and keeping you interested because he has such an interesting story. However, he's not telling you what exactly he's talking to you about in the first 10 seconds, so probably already skipped the video. And he's not telling me to do anything specific at the end. Sure, he wants me to vote for him for president, but there's so many other candidates. I'm just going to forget about him when the next person runs an ad. So there's no way to follow up with him. So if I were to edit this ad, I would say, in the beginning, do you want an authentic candidate for president? Or do you want an authentic person to lead your country? That kind of talks to his character, it hooks the audience, it's a good question, and it rules out people that don't like authenticity. Then he can go into his authentic story, and I think it's fine. As bizarre as the story is, I think it's actually okay, because people do appreciate honesty, especially in today's political climate. Obviously, you'd probably want to be a little more professional and look a little more professional, but in terms of just, scratching the surface, I actually think the content in this video could be decent enough to get him some votes for president. So I think if you make the beginning more clear, you dress a little more professional, Joe, and you try to be a little closer, a little more trustworthy, take off the glasses, and if you tell people to opt in at the end of the video, you're going to actually have a lot of people that want to vote for you, because you're going to have this continual brand awareness that's going to build trust. I'm not endorsing Joe Exotic for president. I have no political leaning, and I think if he wants to run for governor or president, that's great. It's great to be ambitious. Just make sure that you follow ad guidelines and you try to appeal to people that would actually want to vote for you. Be authentic still, but definitely try to make your ad more engaging at the beginning. So this is my ad review of Joe Exotic for president. If you liked this video and got value out of it, click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And smash that subscribe button, because I'm going to have new content for you, tons of new ad reviews and tons of different business tips in order for you to accelerate your life and your business. If you want to learn how to make 6 to 7 figures online running effective ads, then click the link in my description, drewbusinessaccelerator.com/Entra. You can also grab my top 10 marketing podcasts to help you grow your business fast by going to drewbusinessaccelerator.com. I'll have all the links in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you liked the content in this video and want to see more videos like this, please click the subscribe button. Make sure to click the little bell icon and turn on all notifications so when I come out with new content, you'll be notified.